Hi, Vijay Mistry here, CEO and founder of Renter Director, author of 7 world-class corporate training programs which have a green light status award from the UK Trade and Investment. Our purpose is to see leaders, entrepreneurs, directors, executives and managers achieve standards of excellence in everything they do and scale up their businesses with ease. Now, today I want to share with you finance for non-finance directors. Here's what I want to share with you to begin with. This particular first video, and there's going to be a series of videos which I'm going to make as far as finance is concerned, is a basic level. And here's why I'm sharing this, because it's quite basic, but here's the reason. Is that recently I attended to a new client and they were having this management meeting, and I was observing how the meeting was going. And here's what I found out is there was this gap in their skill set when it came to understanding the financials. So I thought it would be good if I can just give you a little bit of an insight and an outline as far as the basics are concerned. And later on, I'll be sharing other insights as far as deeper financial issues are concerned. So let's deep dive straight into today's training, where I just want to share certain basics. And I'm going to start by what is called NERVE. This is an acronym, NERVE. So it's an acronym I want to basically share with you. The N stands for net profit. Now, net profit is revenues less cost of goods or services sold less overheads will give you net profit. Now, when we are talking about revenues, that's obviously what you sell and what you invoice and what you sell by cash or by card. So this is basically I'm just giving you a completely broad picture here. So it's basically that's what revenues are constructed. Cost of goods sold, if you're a manufacturing organization, you would have stocks, you would have production, you would have work in progress, you would have purchases and all that directly related to generating those revenues. As far as services are concerned, I mean, if you're an IT company or if you have a project-based sort of assignment, or if you've got a client who has a project, then what's going to happen is the number of hours used by the project manager and the project personnel is going to be directly charged to that particular job. So basically that is the variable cost. It would vary depending on the size and complexity and what that particular assignment or the revenue earning model is in your particular business, which is quite straightforward. Less overheads. Overheads are basically rent, rates, electricity, where you can't really allocate and it's not variable. This could be recurring on a monthly basis. So that's basically what the overheads are, which is going to give you the net profit. And again, this is at a basic level before tax and interest. So this just gives you a little bit of a starting point, and I'm sure many of you know this. But I want to go slightly deeper as we move forward. Is the expenses. E stands for the expenses itself. Now, I mentioned about the variable cost and overheads, but here is, as a non-finance director, here are some questions that you need to really consider. First and foremost, what is that particular efficiency level? What is happening as far as efficiency is concerned? And here's a question you can ask, is that how can we improve our efficiency as far as the variable cost is concerned in your organization? It's about efficiency. And why is the variable cost high in some instances? If it is high, these are some of the pertinent questions you need to really consider. When it comes to overheads, I want you to think about this, is that with the new software and technological apps out there, you could have services which were more efficient, more effective, and also it will reduce the overall cost in your organization. So what are these leaner efficiencies within your organization as far as the overheads are concerned? Handpicking those expenses and finding out what the transitions are is going to help you to make your firm more leaner and more efficient, so that you can compete in the marketplace. You might be having lower net profit margins as compared to your competitors. How can you improve that? And those are some of the questions that you need to ask. In fact, here's a question that I want you to pose and brainstorm with your management or give it to the management team that what are 3 specific expenses that we can reduce in the next 30 days or 60 days. Now, why is this important? Because it will force your team, your management team, to go back to the drawing board and find out what are those expenses. How can we drop certain expenses without compromising quality? Let me move to the next one. This is a very important one. I mentioned about revenues. So what are some of the concerns as a non-finance director? What would be some of your concerns? First and foremost, what is that market reach? What is happening as far as the market is concerned? What are the behavior patterns? What is changing in the market? What is that threat that we need to really find out? So that is very important as far as the revenue is concerned. And then you need to even find out if there are issuance of credit notes, because that's going to directly impact your sales and revenues. So what do you need to really find out is that why are there credit notes? If there are credit notes in your organization, what is that particular reason? These are the sensitive areas, because I've noted this in organizations. And in one particular manufacturing organization, one of the questions that I had for them is that why do you have so much of activity as far as credit notes are concerned? And it was evident that customers were not happy. So there was a lot of all this interrelated insights which you can really pick up. So find out what it is for your particular organization, and also look into the trend. Is your revenue slipping? Because you need to have that urgency mindset. What is happening out there? Do we need to really look into plan B or plan C, or do we need to recalibrate our strategy? You need to find out what's happening as far as the trends is concerned. I mean, I'll be talking in other videos. There's a series of videos which I'll come out with, but I'll be talking about the catalysts and the turning points and the forecasts as well. That the forecasts are no longer about a 5-10% increase next year. It's non-linear at the end of the day because of value creation, no longer just about business growth, but about the value creation model, which is linking the long term with the short term. It's about value creation at the end of the day. The V stands for variance. I mentioned a little in the trends, and here's what you need to really look into: that what is changing and what has deviated from historical insights as well as from the forecasts. What are those turning points, and why is there a variance if you have one in your organization? And again, depending on what size of your organization is, it would be good to find out a forward-looking sort of a model, a forward-looking financial model, which can really have the right interpretations in place, taking into consideration the catalysts in your particular jurisdiction. For example, you could be in Singapore, or you could be in Australia. It doesn't matter where you are. But what are those catalysts and what are those turning points in your particular organization? So variance is very key when you're looking into it, because it's going to give you some sort of a measure, and it's going to give you some sort of a metric which you can then apply within the whole context of your business. And finally, this is so important, and that is the employees of your organization. Again, depending on the size and complexity of your organization, if you have an executive team, ROET stands for return on executive time. And I am appalled to see the quality of executives in some organizations. I make no apology that many do not add the value they are supposed to in the whole value creation model. And you know, in many instances, I don't even see that intangible value being added. In one particular instant, in a manufacturing organization, the head of sales delegates everything to his subordinates, and you know, he's just on his phone. And what happens is that in meeting, because he's a very good communicator, he takes all the credit for himself. And obviously the leader, the CEO, is blindsided not to see the reality which is right in front of him. This is a key problem, in many organizations. So return on executive time. You want to grow your firm, you want to make an impact as far as your firm is concerned, as far as 2021, 2022, 2023 is concerned, look into return on your executive time, because your highest leverage are your people. That is where you're going to make the most out of your people. It's all about value creation. Look into that game of value creation and how you can really build up on that particular level. So my dear friends, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where I'll share with you more growth driven insights which will help you to achieve excellence and scale up your businesses with this. Thank you very much. Bye for now.